mine. I said, hey, I think I've got this. What do you think? They ran tests and they go, well, we don't know. We don't have any positive tests, but sounds like you do. Here, take this medicine. Went home, took this medicine. 20 minutes later, I fell over on the table. I couldn't hold my head up, and I thought, and the next day I walked around like a zombie. In a couple of days of that, I thought, this isn't going to work for me. And a year later, after your first year, you're real scared. Because you think to yourself, this may not go away ever. I may live with this the rest of my life. 2 years, and you're still in bed. You spend every day. I used to get up, but it took me till 1 o'clock every day to get up. It was one of those things where you get on your hands. First of all, you like pull your knees up so your butt's in the air, and then you push your hands up, and so anybody relate to this? And then so you're on your hands and knees, and you think, I can't make it. There's no way I can get out of bed. And then finally you kind of scoot over the edge and maybe let your feet fall off on the floor. And eventually you get up to this standing mode and you go, I gotta go do something. I gotta stay here all day. And that was kind of like a typical day. And the first half of the day, I usually get to sleep around 5 in the morning and wake up around 7 or 8. Anybody ever do that? Yeah. And you think, and you wake up and you think, I'm going to die. There's no way possible I can make it. I'm so tired. And what am I doing awake? And then the nausea set in. The nausea was one of the worst things for me. And I thought I was going to die. Any second, your mouth is watering. Any second, you think you're going to get sick, but you never do. At least I didn't. About 1 o'clock, that seemed to get better, so I could actually get up. Otherwise, if the nausea hadn't let up, I'd never gotten up. Anyway, I don't want to get into that. You guys understand what it's like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning when you haven't slept all night? And your mind is half crazy, and you're thinking all these weird things because you got sleep deprivation. And you ask yourself the big question, do I want to live like this? And the answer is real clear, no, I don't want to live like this. The second question that follows that one, once you've made that decision, is what am I going to do about it? What are my alternatives? I can get well, which I've had this for years and I'm not well, so probably not going to get well, or I can take my life. And you think, oh great, that sounds like the most wonderful thing. That's really what I want to do. That's what I thought. Anybody else think that ever? Yeah? So I thought to myself, that sounds like a really good idea. That's what I really want to do. And then I think now let's look at the practicalities of this. What is going to happen? My kids are going to walk in the bedroom in the morning, going to find out. Oh, that's great. It's going to wreck their lives forever. So what's worse, wreck their lives forever or for me to suffer? So you try to make the decision. You're going to suffer. A lot of people don't. I don't have really good stats on it. I've somewhere I saw the stats where as high as 14% of fibromyalgia patients commit suicide. Kevorkian, and almost every patient he helped was a fibromyalgia patient right here. It's intense. People think about this. And if you think about it and you have thought about it, don't feel guilty. Everybody does. I've mentioned there's probably no one in the room that hasn't. So that was my experience with fibromyalgia. How did I get well? I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe it's because I'm bigger and everything eventually adjusted. I was getting good adjustments from my office and so forth. What does it do to your finances? When I got this, I had 10 doctors working for me. Half of them were MDs, gynecologists and cardiologists. We had the guy who ran the heavy trauma center at UCI for 9 years, and we had a really good team. We had good chiropractors, physical therapy department. It was a nice office, 35 people, I think, total, massage therapy and nutrition and everything. And by the time I got well, I had lost all my property. I owed $450,000. My practice shouldn't complain too much. It was larger than my practice is now, actually, but it was little compared to where it was. And I had this aversion response and sold my practice and left. You guys understand how that could happen? It's just eats you up. And if you're the breadwinner, it's really difficult because you can't even. I used to go to my staff meetings and stand there and stare. I had no idea what to say, so I had my office manager run my staff meetings because I didn't even know what was going on in my office. If a doctor left, I didn't have energy to even hire somebody, so I didn't. Yeah. Anyway, enough about me. I don't like talking about all that stuff, but I tell you that only for one reason, is that so we're on the same page. You guys understand, I understand, we're in the same boat. Yeah. So And when you go home, don't forget about other people who are sick. Remember the people who suffer with fibromyalgia. You know, maybe you can write some letters to some of the organizations. You know, everybody's probably been on the internet and has organizations they know about. Write to the associations, let them know, you know, what happened here. Good or bad, it's okay, just be honest. I'd really appreciate it if you just write your experiences out and so I can put it in my book. Go to fibromyalgia support groups and talk to them, let them know what's going on. You know, other people, you can change other people's lives. You can turn something that maybe was really bad for you into helping other people. You know, let them know what's going on. Go back to your doctors, even if you don't need to see them anymore. Go back and say, hey, look, I went here and this is what happened. You know, and maybe they've already been helping you get off your meds anyway, so they're fully aware of it. Let them know too. They need to know about this. And above all, and I know that this is going to happen, you will never, ever, ever take one more good day for granted. Because I don't. You wake up every day and go, you know, when it's gone, you go, thank you, God, it's gone. I've got a great day, and you don't mope around anymore because you're just excited. I mean, the excitement doesn't leave. At least it hasn't for me. It's been years now, and it's just every single day I'm so thankful I'm healthy, and every day is a good day. Even when it has problems, it's still a good day. It's a much better day than it used to be. And all those little things that used to really bother you just don't bother me so much anymore. If anything bothers me at all, and hopefully I can get used to this, it's my patience. I worry about my patience, and I still haven't figured out how to not worry about my patience so much, and how to sleep and those type of things. So anyway, it's my sincerest desire is that every single person in here gets well. You just can't imagine how hard it is for doctors to have patients who don't get well. This is why your GP doesn't want to see you. You ever feel like your GP didn't want to see you? You know why they don't want to see you? Is because they can't help you, and they're frustrated. They don't know what to do. And they hate just giving you more pain meds and more antidepressants and more sleeping pills because they know they're burying you. It's so frustrating for them. And so this is the same thing. And so my desire is everybody, gets well. And I just want to honor the people with fibromyalgia who've gone through what they have gone through, because you don't get the honor a prisoner of war of God, but it's just as hard. You don't get the honor, that somebody who's been tortured or somebody who's been through rapes and all these kind of things, but it's just as hard as anything else. It's harder than about anything I know. I think that cancer is a much better disease because you either get well or you die. You only got a couple choices there. With this stuff, you just don't get well and you just go on and on and on and on. And so hopefully the work we're doing here is going to change all that. I'm so excited about it. And I just hope you see, that I really do care. I honestly really do care. I feel totally overwhelmed by what's been placed on my plate. There's no way possible I can keep up with all of it right now. My book is suffering badly because of all the other things that are pulling in so many directions. I ask all of you to pray for me. I need your prayers. I need your support that way. And I hope that all of this turns out to many, many millions of people getting well. I really believe it will. Well, thank you guys for listening to me and coming out today.